Bienvenue, welcome to the council meeting for the municipality of the county of Annapolis. First of all, I'll say that if we have a fire drill or any fire issues, that the exit doors are there and you go to the front, the entryway, and then to the back, to the very back of the parking lot, where one of the staff members will move outside camera. Make sure we're out there safely. Thank you. Okay, we'll continue by starting with roll call.
District 1, Carrie Ann Person Salzman.
District 2, Jesse Hare. District 3, Dustin Hansel.
District 4 is Councillor Cranton, and he will be absent for today.
District 5, Lynn Longman.
District 6, John Welch.
District 7, Ted Eichenberg.
District 8, Niall Hardy.
District 9, Gidget Augston.
District 10, Brian Fuzzy-Gon.
District 11, Diane LeBlanc. For Councillor Cranton, could we have a motion to excuse Councillor Cranton for today? Actually, can we have a unanimous decision to excuse Councillor Cranton?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Okay, let's move on to disclosure of interest. Are there any disclosures of interest for today? Seeing none, we'll move on. The approval of the agenda. Are there any additions to the agenda or exclusion to the, you're not taking anything off? Okay. So the agenda is approved as is. Let's go to the first set of minutes that for the regular council meeting, which will be found on page 16. Are there any omissions, corrections? Corrections? Seeing none, the minutes are approved as presented for the regular council meeting. Let's move on to the correspondence. We have received an email from the Minister of Municipal Affairs. And if you read it, there's not too many changes. It's kind of like a repeat. If you wish to say a few words.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically what had been sent previously. There was just a few wording changes that they had missed or changed. So it's just for basically an update from what we received before.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to page 27, where we have our recommendations from Committee of the Whole. So I'll be asking for volunteers to read the different motions. Okay, here we go. 7.1, do I have a volunteer? Councilor Longmire.
I move to appoint Emmanuel Amoteng as Development Officer for the municipality of the County of Annapolis to administer the municipality's land use bylaws and subdivision bylaw in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder. Councilor Harding. Any comments or questions? All I have to say is welcome to our new staff member. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.2. Councilor Oxner.
I move to appoint Matthew Bailey as Development Officer for the municipality of the county of Annapolis to administer the municipality's land use bylaws and subdivision bylaw pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councilor Welch. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, same thing. Welcome to Matthew, to the staff, and hope that you enjoy being with us. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.3. Councilor Parson Solomon.
I move to reappoint Danny Wright as building official for the municipality of the county of Annapolis in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Second. Councilor Hardy. Any comments or questions? I guess he missed us and you wanted to. Good show.
We missed him.
Yes, absolutely is right. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.4. Acres, Councillor Welch.
I move to redirect the funding previously allocated for the West Paradise Public Works Facility Project to the Bridgetown Public Works Facility Capital Project pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Aguilar. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.5, Councillor Earl, Deputy Warden.
Move to approve the annual release of $300 to the Bridgetown Area Chamber of Commerce for beautification purposes, to be fully or partly covered from investment income diverted from the Charles Pratt Town Beautification Trust Fund in accordance with recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Oxner. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.6. Councillor Preston Salzman.
I move to approve policy 102, personnel, 7-day notice given on June 16th, 2026.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Hardy. Any comments or questions? Okay, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.7, Councillor Hardy.
I move to give first reading and provide notice of second reading of the proposed changes to the marketing levy bylaw pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Welch. Any comments or questions? Yes?
Just like to say thank you to the marketing levy ad hoc committee, the councillors on the committee, and the citizen members as well for doing the work on this and continuing to do work moving forward.
You're right. Thank you. Anybody else? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 7.8. Councillor Aguilar.
I move to authorize up to $108,000 from the operating reserve to fund the purchase of property at 54 Church Street, Bridgetown, in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councillor Welch. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Okay, perfect. Let's move on. Under new business, we have nothing under new business. Mr. CEO has not given us anything. And, page 29 to 39, you will see all the motions that are being tracked and which are in progress. So thank you again for that. That is always a good way of checking things out. And now we are at councillor comments. I'm not saying any numbers. Good luck. District 1, I'll start with that one. District 1.
Greetings from District 1. It's great to see the rain outside today because it's been drier, as we all know. June 10th, no, I'm going to start with June 9th. I attended the Soldiers Memorial Hospital Foundation AGM. They've secured a new pulmonary device for the Soldiers Memorial Hospital and are working hard to get the emergency department open 24 hours. They are very thankful for the municipality's support of the medical financial assistance grant. And I'd just like to throw a thank you to the foundation for what they do. They do a lot of work for us and it's pretty amazing, really. June 10th, District 1's community conversation was held at the Melbourne Square Community Hall. Thank you to the staff for organizing and planning and to the residents for coming out and supporting. The Kingston Fire Department and Valley Waste were there in attendance as well. Canada Day celebrations will be held at the Melbourne Square Community Center. Children's parade to start at 11:15. They walk from the United Baptist Church over to the hall. Kingston Fire Department has come for how many years with their tanker to provide the water for the slip inside. And we have barbecue. It's a small little event, but it's always been greatly. And then the Wilmot Neighborhood Watch meeting is July 6th at 6 p.m. and that's at the Wilmot Community Center. Great time of year to get out and support your local farm markets. Strawberries are in season. And they're pretty tasty. So that's all for District One, and I do have my handwritten note for you, my dear. District Two.
Thank you. Nothing was coming at me.
Greetings from District Two. I'll just use this time to highlight a presentation we're having on the Margarettsville water system for the people of Margarettsville this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Margarettsville and District Fire Department. We're going to have a presentation on some of the history of the system, some of the updates and progress we made, as well as the some of the protections we have in place for the source water. So it's been greatly asked for in the community, and I know a lot of work has been put into to find all the information for it. So good to see a few folks there.
All right.
Thank you.
Good morning. I'm going to try to be brief, but there's a lot of stuff happening in District 3 over the next little bit. So, first of all, the Annapolis Valley Folk School, located in Clarence, is having their annual pork supper fundraiser on the 27th of June, 4:30 to 6:30. So, this is something that's been happening for 6 years, and it is a phenomenal meal. It's a potluck at the former Clarence church, and they put all that money into teaching free courses and things for mostly based on homesteading. So please come and support that. Also, in regards to the Annapolis Valley Folk School, on the 29th of June at 7 p.m., they're hosting a homesteading 101 course. And the main focus is on composting. So it should be an interesting topic. And it's 7 p.m. until it's done, which roughly be around 9 o'clock. So reach out, they have a Facebook page. Also, last but certainly not least of today would be the Canada Day event in not only Bridgetown, but Fort Lawrence. So for me, Canada Day is quite busy. I float between Bridgetown and Fort Lawrence because they have activities at both. So it starts 8 a.m. on July 1st for the breakfast at the Bridgetown Legion. And Lynn, the Lions, takes a summer break for their breakfast. And then it follows by mirrored activities in Fort Lawrence and Fire Hall and Bridgetown, where they have parades, fireworks, events, kids' activities, and our very own Annapolis County Recreation will be hosting events in the afternoon for family events, and then that will lead into the fireworks. Then, on the 3rd of July, the Hampton Market, which is an annual event at the Hampton Hall, from 5 until 6:30, where local artisans have stuff, as well as people that want to do yard sale items will be there as well. And the 17th annual Hampton Beach Lobster Supper will be July 5th, 4:30 till 6 p.m. Tickets are $30 and are for sale at the Bridgetown BNS and Bridgetown Pharmacy. So this is the only fundraiser for the Hampton Lighthouse. And it's a historical lighthouse within our area. They're not-for-profit, and if anyone knows the price of lobster right now, they have a full lobster dinner with rolls on the beach and the whole thing. $30 is definitely a good price. As the local lobster fishermen donate their catch for this event, so the money truly goes to the lighthouse. And last but not least is the Riverfest Jubilee Party on July 11th. And I know that all 14 people or 13 people around the table here will be there, hopefully. And I'm looking forward to this event. It's always something that brings people across the county, across the province, across the country, or even further. Dagobah is bringing people from abroad. So they stack the deck.
I was gonna say, stack.
They try to stack the deck. But it's a great event, and it brings people to our wonderful county and to really showcase the river that we have. And it's been nice over the years that as long as Riverfest's been going on, I'm seeing more and more people utilizing our Annapolis River. I know I took the pleasure on Wednesday for the first time and had my boat in the water, and it was great. So that's all I had, and I'll pass it on to Kelly later on.
I'll go cheer you on. Pass it on.
Number 4 is not here.
I'll speak for number 4, actually, if I can. So Councillor Cranton sent me a note and he asked me to give this announcement as he wouldn't be here today. So it's very important. It's regarding the Tuckerville School Museum. Their season opener is June the 27th from 1 until 4 p.m. Come celebrate with us, enjoy the refreshments, especially the homemade ice cream. They're looking forward to seeing as many people out there as they can. This is a project that goes on every summer. It's been over 100 years of learning in that area in the old school, and so he would just like to have everybody come out, and at least be aware of it and enjoy that famous homemade ice cream. On behalf of District 4. Thank you.
Good morning from District 5. With summer officially here, let the fun begin, whether it's family travels, visits to our parks and trails, community events, or simply enjoying all of what Annapolis County has to offer. I hope everyone has a safe and enjoyable season. At the Port Wade New Horizons Hall, Monday night jams continue at 7 p.m. and everyone is welcome to come out and enjoy music and fellowship. On June 28th, the annual Granville Road Yard Sale will take place with the Port Wade Hall hosting a barbecue fundraiser. We sure hope to see you stop by. It is a wonderful event. The Lower Granville Hall remains busy with Monday night crafts, monthly book club gatherings, and Tai Chi classes. Be sure to check their website out. And I do realize that many don't have the option to use websites or to follow Facebook. So there is a telephone number in the local book as well to help people find out about these different things. Looking ahead, the community market is already booked for August 22nd at the Lower Granville Hall. Young's Cove Community Hall continues to offer many opportunities to gather and stay active throughout the summer. Coffee and conversation mornings are being held Thursdays for this summer at 10 a.m. while yoga continues every Tuesday at 10. Friday night jams take place weekly at 7 p.m. with a potluck dinner on the last Friday of each month, beginning at 5:30 p.m., followed by the jam session. Admission is $2. On July 21st at 6:30 p.m., Brian Ord from the county will be presenting information on 72-hour preparedness and emergency planning, offering practical tips to help households be ready for and in the event of an emergency. Our community halls continue to be a wonderful gathering place and are available to book for meetings, celebrations, and other special events. These are great places and spaces to provide these opportunities to connect and to enjoy community life. I would also like to remind residents about our community conversation happening tomorrow night, Wednesday, June 24th at 6 until 8. A great opportunity to meet with counselors and the senior staff, ask questions, share concerns, and discuss ideas for the communities. Everyone is encouraged to attend. Coffee and conversations Fridays will resume in the fall at the Lower Granville Hall. June is also a special time as we begin to celebrate all of those wonderful graduates as they will embark upon a new journey. Completing high school marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Whether heading to university, college, trades, or the workforce, or any other new adventure, congratulations to our graduates throughout the county. Wishing each and every one of them a wonderful summer. And as we start to enjoy this warmer weather, and we know it's been dry and we're celebrating this rain today, please remember to check Burn Safe Nova Scotia to check in on the restrictions. Information is available online and or you can call the telephone number to find out. Thank you to the many volunteers who continue to help our halls and organizations stay active and welcoming. Their efforts help to strengthen our sense of community that makes District 5 a wonderful place to live. Thank you.
Pass it on.
Oh, District 6.
See, it's not as easy as you thought.
Agreement, District 6. As summer begins across Annapolis County, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on some of the events, conversations, and community initiatives that have shaped the past month. I was honored to attend the Peace and Friendship Treaty celebration at Fort Anne on behalf of the county and the warden. Events such as these provide an important opportunity to recognize the enduring relationship between the Mi'kmaq and all of those who call this region home. They remind us of our shared history and the importance of building respectful relationships as we move forward together. I have also been encouraged by the growing momentum behind the Fiddlehead Food Co-op initiative in Bear River. It is inspiring to see residents, volunteers, and community organizations working together to explore the opportunities that support local food systems, sustainability, and community resilience. Community-led initiatives such as this demonstrate the creativity and dedication that continue to make our region a special place to live. I was also pleased to attend the annual Sea Cadet Review at the Digby Legion. It's impressive to see the skills, discipline, and confidence that the cadets have developed throughout the year. The program provides young people with valuable opportunities for leadership, teamwork, citizenship, and personal growth. Congratulations to all the cadets, officers, instructors, and volunteers that contribute to make this program successful. Locally, I've been working with residents and municipal staff on a variety of concerns and inquiries, including drainage issues, property management questions, trail and transportation matters, community safety concerns, and other issues that have been brought forward by the residents of District 6. I appreciate the willingness of staff to investigate concerns and help connect residents with information and solutions whenever possible. I have also continued discussions with residents, community groups, and local organizations regarding opportunities for economic development, recreation, tourism, and community enhancement throughout the district. Whether through small volunteer-led initiatives or larger regional projects, there remains a strong desire among residents to see our communities continue to grow while preserving the qualities that make them unique. One thing that continues to stand out is the remarkable level of community involvement throughout District 6, from volunteers maintaining community spaces to organization supporting local events to residents advocating for causes they care deeply about. I'm thankful for the people willing to step forward and contribute. Our communities remain strong because of their efforts. With Canada Day just around the corner, I would like to wish everyone a safe and enjoyable holiday. Whether you are attending a community event, spending time with family or friends, or simply enjoying the start of summer, I hope you have the opportunity to reflect on what makes our community and our county such a special place to call home. As always, I welcome your questions, concerns, and ideas. Hearing directly from residents help me better understand local priorities and represent our communities at this table. I hope everyone enjoys a safe and enjoyable summer season. Thank you. You. District 7.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, and greetings from District 7. I have a lot on to cover here as well, so I'll try to be brief, get it through as quickly as I can. So first of all, good morning to all. I'd like to start by acknowledging and thanking everyone who attended the Lions Club breakfast on June the 6th. This was a tremendous turnout, and it was special as the Lions Club donated the proceeds to the Jubilee Park Playground Revitalization Fund raising effort. So it was very well attended, and it was great. Also, the chimney swifts are back in Bridgetown to their summer roosting tower at the Bridgetown Sports Hub. You can witness hundreds of these tiny birds dive bombing into the entrance of the chimney tower each evening at dusk. It is truly a remarkable spectacle everyone should take in at least once in their lifetime. So I'm inviting everybody to come to do that. Every year they travel over 6,000 kilometers to get here from their winter roosting grounds in northeastern Peru, and they serve a vital function as well by keeping down the insect control. So on Saturday, June the 13th, the Paradise Historical Society hosted the Nova Scotia Provincial Heritage Designation Ceremony for the former Paradise School, which now houses the Paradise Historical and Heritage Society. This milestone achievement is the result of a tremendous amount of work by Barbara Bishop and her committee and crew involved with volunteers from the local area, too many to mention here. Their efforts will ensure the perpetuation of the area's rich history for years to come. If you please take a few hours, you can drop in. I know I don't have the schedule here. You can check it out online. They have reading hours 2 or 3 days a week. And it's a great museum to see as well. So you can check that out. The Bridgetown Area Community Pool is now ready for the summer's activities under the management of the BCRA. That's the Bridgetown Community Recreation Association. They're excited to bring a new updated schedule into play. Public swimming will start actually on July the 1st during Canada Day events, with lessons getting going on July the 6th. New this year, lesson slots have been will be available weekday mornings and evenings and weekends to offer busy families more flexibility to help ensure that their kids are safe and confident in the water. So you can see the full schedule in the Bridgetown Reader. I believe it'll be published in the next edition coming out later this week. So news from the Bridgetown Area Sports Hub. They will be very active once again this year, offering many activities for Annapolis County residents. The full slate includes, there's a lot of them, disc golf, ultimate frisbee, cornhole, washcloths, pickleball, tennis, bocce ball, beach volleyball, and soccer, and much, much more, of course, track and field. There will also be 7 sessions of introduction to track and field for children from 7 to 11. So that group is very, very active, and it's a great facility. ACOS, the Hub's management group, have been successful in acquiring funding for 2 summer positions. These hires will be responsible to oversee all the activities I've just listed, along with maintaining the facilities such as the washroom and the whole grounds as well. An added bonus this year will be Jenna Martin Evans return to hold her speed and strengthening clinic for track and field. So as most people know, or a lot of people would know, that Jenna is a graduate of the Bridgetown Regional High School, and she was also on the 2012 Canadian Olympic team. And we're very fortunate to have to be able to have this level of training expertise at our world-class facilities. Besides all this great news, I also have some not so good information to share regarding the sports hub. Unfortunately, we have been experiencing a fair bit of vandalism and property damage over the last little while, which is completely unacceptable. This is $1 million or plus facility that we are very blessed to have. There's very few like it in Canada. And it just breaks my heart to see what happens when vandalism takes place. The other part is the rules are not being respected as well. The rules are there to make sure that the property is maintained properly. And again, they're very prominently posted as going into the facility. And I would just urge everybody to take a moment to read them. Some people may not be aware that you shouldn't be driving or having bicycles on the track, or having unleashed dogs on the soccer pitches. So these are some of the issues that really need to be paid attention to. So please help us preserve this wonderful facility. We're so blessed to have. Thank you from District 7.
Thank you. Pass it on.
Brigade.
Morning from District 8. I just wanted to quickly say, hope everyone had a good Father's Day this past weekend. Got to spend some time with their families and celebrate dads everywhere. I know I got to sneak out and go golfing, so I was pretty happy about that. Things have been picking up quite a bit the last month and a half. I've been quite busy with meetings, and I also volunteer a lot with soccer. So the start of the summer soccer season has been busy, and it also coincides with this year's World Cup, which has been really great for the kids because it kind of helps generate an interest for the sport, an interest in Team Canada, who has been doing well, and it's always good to generate that interest and get kids excited to go outside and play. I just really enjoy that. So it's great that we're hosting the World Cup this year. I was also very happy to host the first community conversation session. This was at Foresters Hall in Cumsville last month. It was at the end of last month. These sessions are designed to bring the county to the residents where they are. So a big thank you to staff and the counselors and the warden and deputy warden for coming out to that event. It was really informative, it was very well attended, and it gives residents the opportunity to engage with these senior staff members and the senior members of the council. Have some really important conversations and get some really important information from our residents. So it's nice to see that that this council is making communication with residents a priority. So I appreciate that, and I thank you all for that. I was also fortunate enough to receive an invitation to visit the grade 9 citizenship class at AWAC. Warden LeBlanc and myself attended, and we gave a short presentation on local governance, local government, how it works. And I got to say, the class was very engaged and asked a lot of great questions, some difficult questions, but some really good questions. And it was just really nice to see the students show an interest in what's going on in their communities. So a big thank you to Mrs. Perry for sending us the invite. And I'm hopeful we'll be able to return in the future.
Our first ever.
Yeah, first time ever. Yeah, so that was really, really good. And we took some maps. Thank you to Warden LeBlanc. We took some maps of the county and the districts so we could actually show them the breakdown of where the boundaries were. And yeah, it was really, really good. They even had ice cream. That might have been why there were so many students.
We did them at the end.
Yeah. And just a quick reminder that this is going to be the full last week of school. And of course, high school kids are doing exams, and the elementary kids are getting excited to be out for the summer. So just be aware, there's some distracted students around and definitely some distracted parents as well. So make sure that you're paying attention when you're traveling through any school zones. And that's it for me. And I just wanted to say good luck to all the students that are advancing to their next chapter, whether it be out of high school or from junior high to high or from elementary to junior high. It's a big step, and enjoy the next chapter and enjoy the summer. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on.
9.
Greetings from District 9. As we move into the summer season and I check events taking place in the county, I'm truly amazed at our community halls, parks, and recreational groups. I'm looking forward to being part of the summer activities we offer. There's so much to do and enjoy in Annapolis County for everyone. School will be closing soon. Please keep an eye out for the young people, as they will be a little bit distracted with the sense of freedom coming their way. The first week of June, I know this is supposed to be about May, but it's important. I was fortunate to attend the FCM conference in Edmonton with Warden LeBlanc and Deputy Warden Oswald. It provided an opportunity to meet with others from across the country and learn we are all similar in our successes and challenges, especially in the rural settings. Each time I have the opportunity to attend a conference in a city, and it doesn't matter what city, it makes me appreciate coming home to our county. We have so much to be thankful for. I have attended 2 community conversations, one in Clementsville, one in Mountain Square. The last one before the summer break will be held tomorrow evening at the local community hall. The relaxed atmosphere provides the opportunity to discuss matters important to the residents or just casual conversation getting to know the staff and counselors. Just a reminder to be aware, Annapolis County is not fully recovered from the drought of last summer. Depending on where you look, I use the Ag Canada website, we are still considered to be abnormally dry to moderate drought conditions. Follow the fire restrictions and use common sense with water consumption as we move into summer. Thank you.
Thank you. Pass it on.
Oh, Councilor Connell.
District 10. I'll start off, Father's Day, that weekend, I always go to the old Liverpool Road in West Owsley area, because the snapping turtles are laying their eggs, so I always take my grandson out and, we stop and probably annoy some of the turtles, but, we saw some big turtles.
Wow.
Big snapping turtles, and they can move actually fairly fast when they get annoyed at you, so. But it was great to see, and actually I picked 2 little turtles up on the Brooklyn Road in the last 2 weeks, and kind of took one to the pond by the motel, and I took one over to our own pond and put in. One was about the size of a toonie,
My goodness.
and the other one was probably 4 inches round. So get them off the road, help them on their way.
Mm.
And it also helps my grandson to appreciate them too. So I met with Tony Harvey from TIR on some issues in different parts of our county. Definitely not stepping on anyone's toes, but I with communications with Tony from working there and stuff. So we just discussed some grading of some of the roads and some of the bush cutting in areas, and try and help the trail system move signs out, because if a highway's 80 kilometers or less, they can apply for off-road vehicles to have permission to drive from point A to point B. So there was one section of road on Truck 8 that it was an 80, but it needed to be stretched out a kilometer and a half on each end, 2 different roads to meet. So Tony's gonna look at that for them. So very, very encouraging. The money that recreational vehicles create in our county is phenomenal. I also read in the news yesterday, I think it was, that Pictou, town of Pictou was allowed all off-road vehicles, if they got insurance and registration, to travel every road in their town. So as long as they abide by the rules and regulations, they're gonna allow them to use their streets. So when you go outside of this county and go to other parts of the country and other countries, you see them on the road all the time. So sign of the times, and hopefully we'll get there someday. Showed out to the Black School in Lawrencetown, the first round of mini homes or homes that the received a grant from the government to build, I think, 6 mini homes. So the first rounds have been finished and gone to West Dalhousie, and it's a good program because those kids don't sit well in the ordinary school system. So learning things that could help them in a trade or move on in life is very encouraging. So it was nice to see that. I think the kids are enjoying it, and the homes look very nice from where I saw. So showed out to them. A meeting tonight at the Innisfil Hall. It's a walk-in kind of meeting about the new gravel pit that's applied for to open up on West Innisfil. So that's a meeting tonight, just an information meeting on what the plans are for that. So anyone who wants to go with that, it's just a walk-in thing. This weekend coming, outside of our county, but Devil's Half Acre, motorcycle enthusiasts. If you don't even own one, you like seeing them. The sun shines. Hopefully it will be a busy time. I know that last year, from being a medium-sized bike rally to it was comparable to the rally, so a lot of motorcycles. And so it's a good place just to check out. Last night I went to the AGM in Lawrencetown. It was good to hear the recreational reports and the fire department reports on how they did for the year. The big thing that came out of most of the reports was the provincial cutbacks. And it was kind of heartening to hear that our provincial government cut a lot of programs, helped give free swims, free skating, stuff like that, that kids that are that comes from families that can't afford it for their kids to entertain and get involved with that stuff. Very sad to hear that our provincial government cut those programs 100%. They didn't cut them back, they cut them out. And we're very happy, and so is our citizens of the county, very happy that the county helps the best we can. They realized that there was a lot more requests than normal this year. But it is disheartening to know that our provincial government goes to that extreme to spend money in places that I obviously don't think they should spend it, but kids that of having the opportunity to have those things is pretty sad. Anyway, the pool is gonna be up and running. Because of the volunteers that run the pool, their knowledge about damage, they thought $2,000 or $3,000 was gonna fix their damage, and they couldn't fix their shower units. They were torn out completely. But when the said and done, they got $12,000 worth of damage they had. And sadly, the fire department owns that land and pool, and they have insurance on it. But at the initial time, the volunteers said, "Oh, we got a few $1,000s damage." So the insurance company said, "Well, it's not really worth the claim." Last night was the first time I heard it was $12,000 damage. So it's kind of too late for that, but it's and also the fire department has requested last night that the village consider taking the pool over in the land, because it's really not something the fire department should be attached to. So other than that, Lawrencetown's doing very good. They did a lot of capital work last year due to storm damage up toward their water wells and stuff up on the South Mountain. They're sitting very, very good and healthy to continue on for the future. Thank you very much. That's the report from District 10.
Thank you. You guys, it's not easy. Okay, this month is an exciting month. It's an exciting time for many children and parents in our county. Well, everywhere. Everyone will be ending one school grade and moving on. But the elementary students in grade 5 will be moving on to junior high. And this grade 12, well, the graduates will be jumping into a new adventure. So congratulations. Wherever you may go, good luck. Enjoy. And have a safe and fun summer before you go into wherever you're going. During the month of July and August, we will be seeing more walkers and bikers on the road. So it's certainly young and old. It's certainly a good thing to be vigilant, and so we can keep everyone safe and they can enjoy their summer, doing things we can't do in the winter. As a reminder, come in and join us for our community conversations. As Councillor Longmire is saying, it is in her district this Thursday tomorrow night, Wednesday. So come in and join us. As well, I'd like to say that I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Councillor Harding and with the grade 9 students at AWAC. And it will be good to be going again, and I'd certainly be happy to do it again with any counselor in whichever school you wish to go. So hopefully they might invite us again somewhere. I've been told, though, that we might have a trip next year, Mr. Councillor Harding, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so to end off my comments, I'd say look ahead for activities going on in the county, because there are lots, and have fun and a safe summer. Thank you. So, we're done with the council comments, and you guys did a great job. Now you have the practice. You will be doing it forever. Just so you know. Okay, so we are now going to section 11.1, and we're going in camera. No, what do I do? Oh, is it 11? Oh. So we can take a break right at this moment. Is she ready to go? Are you ready to go? Oh, okay, so we'll start our presentation a little early. Thank you for coming in.
My name is microphone.
Yeah.
Okay. Warden, deputy warden, councillors, staff, guests. I'm Rachel Brighton. I'm a co-chair of the Annapolis County Housing Association. Thank you so much for the opportunity to attend your meeting, to make a presentation, but also a privilege to hear you representing all of your writings. It was just fascinating to learn what's going on. And how well everyone is very in tune with what's going on in your own communities. So the Annapolis County Housing Association was formed as a not-for-profit society in 2023. We're very small. We have a very small number of directors. And we are developing our muscle to lift a very significant project. The Annapolis County Housing Association has just received approval for a development agreement for a community board-led, government partly funded housing development in the town of Middleton. Happy to answer some great questions on that at the end. I expect everyone has already seen what is in your document, and I would just like to say at any time, you would like to have us back to answer any questions, or if you'd like to receive updates formally or however you would like information to follow. We'd be very happy to share information in whatever bite-sized pieces would be helpful for you. So I guess I'm just going to click through this. Am I clicking or using an arrow? I'm just going to use the arrow. Terrific. And you don't remember, it's going to take a second to put on my glasses. And I just while talking, I'll just let, I'm getting my documents ready. Please feel free to go to my website, the Annapolis County Housing Association. And you can find out who our directors are, and you can find general updates as well. So that will be another place where you can find information about what they're all about. So the invitation specifically today, as I understand it, was just to give you a bit of context for what the community told us. And we would like to share with you in terms of their views on affordable housing in Annapolis County. So in terms of needs, challenges, and opportunities. So I'm not here so much to talk about development agreements today. So back around about this time last year, we were very fortunate to engage in 6 communities throughout the county. So that was in Wilmot, Bridgetown, Middleton, Lawrencetown, Victor, and Kingston. And at those meetings, we had a combined number of almost 80 people who attended the meetings. And alongside the community meetings for people who couldn't attend and engage with us directly, we also did an online survey, and we had almost 240 completed surveys. So the sort of really high-level data that I want to present is very well grounded in each of your communities. And we do feel that it's data that is well represented. In the completed surveys and the people who attended those sessions, we could sort of break those out into 4 quadrants in the county. Middleton was well represented, Annapolis town was well represented, town and surroundings. And Middleton was well represented, and the other quarter was sort of spread across the county. But we do feel that we do have relationships across the county. So we are county based. We're not town based. So our view is different, perhaps even than your own, because we're looking at the county as a whole. not just individual communities as such. So that's the basis for our data. What did we find? Through that, so, yeah. So this was overwhelming, and so I said, we're pretty comfortable that our data is sound, and well-grounded in the community. 88% of people who responded to us in sessions and, on a very, very detailed, online survey, 88% said they support the development of affordable housing in Annapolis County. If you ever hear any pushback on affordable housing, we have data to indicate that there is a lot of interest. There's only 1% of people who participated or engaged with us who said that they did not support the development of affordable housing. And approximately 10% would like to know more. So there's a lot of opportunity there for engagement and education. High level barriers, sort of the top sort of like 85%, the next group is sort of like 53 down to about 40%, and they're sort of getting down to 30% there at the bottom of the list. But certainly the high cost of rent, so affordability is the main barrier to affordable housing. That's kind of obvious. And then perhaps not quite so obvious, but this is probably like top of mind for municipal government, is limited housing options. So very, very, very significant. And then lack of accessible housing, something to keep in mind there, especially with seniors, people with disabilities, and accessibility touches a range of things, but that'd be sort of the two top of mind ones. And then getting down to sort of more specific considerations. So I commend this slide and the next couple of slides to you for your reading and consideration, and see if that sort of resonates with what you're hearing from residents in each of your areas. The types of housing needed across Annapolis. Working this out to Milton as well, so this is across Annapolis County. Number one, accessible units for seniors. And then going down the list, the next highest priority is for housing that matches the actual income of residents. And then housing for single families, so not just individuals, but actually for families, very, very significant. And again, accessible units for persons with disabilities. Under that, we're getting into sort of quite specific things, but again, I encourage you to look at this data. Again, we think it's sound, and we think it tracks with what we're hearing across from other data sources. So I just mentioned in terms of where people were responding from, so I've indicated that. So certainly a significant number from this particular area here. This is also something which is top of mind for municipal government. The co-location of housing, affordable housing developments with the delivery, new services, or the expansion or the tailoring of services to new builds. Probably just about 15% said that this proximity of affordable housing to essential services was not that important. But again, 86%, 85% said that it was absolutely essential. Transportation would show up in that. So would access to food. A lot of people say there are parts of the county where there are food deserts. So access to retail, access to childcare, access to transportation would be some of those things. And also services for people who are receiving any kind of in-home care, or who need in-home care, that would also be a consideration. So they're not all government-funded services, but this is top of mind for the folks that we engage with. I'll just refer this to you. I won't spend too much time on this specifically town of Milton, but you can just see how we've sort of taken the general responses and grouped them into different areas there. And why are we paying attention to affordable housing? And I should say the mission, but I just want to go back to our mission. I mentioned that, you can see that on the website. The mission of the Annapolis County Housing Association is to contribute to the increased availability of safe, inclusive, affordable, accessible housing in Annapolis County. And why is that important? Why are we as volunteers contributing to this? And why are we reaching out to build support in the community and to understand what the community understands affordable housing to be and what their needs are and how they might want to engage around affordable housing? This is not what we said. This is what all of those folk told us. A profound improvement in mental and physical health when people have a place to call home. When people have a place to call home, it creates what everybody here wants, inclusive and vibrant communities. I heard that from each of the councillors today when we were talking about your own areas. It creates financial stability for families, which is important for health. It's important for the community, and it's also important in a really crass way for the bottom line for municipal government and the economic stability of the county. More economic growth, obviously. Individuals told us to a person they gain hope and dignity and opportunities when they have a safe, inclusive, accessible, affordable place to live as individuals or as family members. And also, and this goes back to the services piece, people feel that they're an important and recognised and valued part of the community. So this is what the community has told us, and this reinforces our commitment to, as I said, we're a very small group of people, but all of this feedback and the value of affordable housing to individuals, to families, to the county as a whole, reinforces our desire to build our capacity and our competence to actually live significant development off the ground, either as a partner or as a lead, as in the case with our building concept on McGee Drive in the town of Milton. So I don't, this was a thank you for, this is just our thank you to all the people and all of the residents who actually participated in our engagement session. And hopefully we will have another such event. And just to leave you with this, there is a data desert in Annapolis County for affordable housing. It does make it very hard to lift development projects off the ground. The data that is used to apply for federal funding, less so for provincial, but to apply for federal funding, it's just like pool data for small areas across the province. You would know this for all data in Annapolis County. It's often just like a data desert. And the county just doesn't show up in high level statistics. That's absolutely the case in housing. So if anyone's interested in cooperating or collaborating or improving data and making Annapolis County a leader in housing data, we'd be happy to join with you if you would like to do that. This data just comes from Public Housing Authority. Agents, excuse me. So this reinforces and supports what we've heard, both in the town of Middleton where we're developing and Annapolis County seniors, a lot of seniors are on waiting lists. And you would know that in your own communities. A little bit less, or significantly less actually for people who don't rank as seniors, and their families, huge. So I don't need to go into everyone knows what's happening in terms of sort of different waves of people living in and out of the community in Annapolis County, that we're hearing that developing affordable housing for families is significant. So those sort of two, the seniors and the families demand, is really driving the design that we're shopping around for the village concept on McGee Drive. In the town of Middleton. So I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you very much for the opportunity to present. We're really hoping that there'll be opportunities to partner, whether it's sort of like small informal working groups, updates, you sharing with us what you're hearing from the communities and us sharing with you what we're hearing in your communities, but certainly the housing data would be key, and if the county wanted to be a leader in housing data, we would stand full square and look for opportunities to make that happen. Happy to take questions. I don't know how much time we have for it.
Thank you very much for your presentation and being here with us. But if there's any questions from the floor from any councillors, comments?
I have a question.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if you can answer it, but with the waiting list with public housing, do you know, so if someone has a subsidy, are they still able to be on that list? Do you know that?
I don't know that, so
Okay.
I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I would direct to,
I can look.
to MLA Bowlby or to the authority itself.
Okay.
And a follow-up question would be, how long is the wait list?
Oh,
I don't want to speak for them, but it's long.
it is, yeah, no, I have tenants that are on that wait list, so.
Yes,
Yeah.
and just that you didn't ask, but a side note as well, which we need to talk about is housing repairs. For all housing stock in the county, but
Yeah.
yes. Sorry, I don't want to speak out of school, so I'm not gonna.
No, I understand, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? I would like to speak. Yes, Councillor Hare?
How long has your organization existed?
Yeah, so we were formally incorporated as a not-for-profit society in 2023. We didn't really get going until 2024. And then we did the large community sessions last year. So we've been around for a while, and initially, we've actually divided our organisation. We have two co-chairs. And I'm more on the governance side, so the building up the organisation and community engagement. And my fellow co-chair, Heather McCormick, is more on the development side. So we spent the first little bit of time sort of getting our house in order, and now we're more sort of development led.
Right on. What, in your mission, what methods has best succeeded in your mission so far in your organization?
Yeah, so I would say the community outreach, absolutely, because that was number one for us to hear what the community was interested in, what their challenges were, what they needed, what their concerns were. Back to the data that we needed to hear first, and we needed to actually capture that information so we can A, talk to the developers, and B, talk to provincial government partners and federal government partners. So I'm not sure, so our mission has been, we've acted on our mission through the engagement, through getting our kind of house in the order so that we are responsible and accountable for any monies that we receive. We need to be ready to be good stewards, so we have a lot of protocols and processes and policies in place so that we can actually receive money and be a good partner, because we can't do any development without the money. And then I would say, relationships have been developed with the town of Middleton because, I should say that the province early on, we entered into one of those land use agreements. So we received a parcel of land, signed an MOU with a developer, and so that would that land would come to us, the title would come to us if the development goes ahead. So I don't think I'm answering your question, except to say most of our activities recently have been on the building relationships with partners who we need to lift this off the ground. And I should say as well that if I put all of that into like a big bouquet, I would say that we are standing in and carrying the weight and doing the work of the pre-development, which is essential. And if we weren't doing that, that would just be added on to the cost of housing.
Good.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Agenbar?
Yes, thank you, Rachel. At the outset, you were mentioning about the affordable housing project in Middleton, and I believe you said that you now have a permit.
We had a development agreement last night.
Okay, and what is the prognosis for that going forward?
Yeah.
What, like a timeline?
Yeah, so I wish I could give you more. The biggest, so now the barrier that we have to overcome is funding and some kind of capital that would allow us to then go and get a loan to finance the whole project. So again, we've done the pre-development. We have a developer, we have designs, et cetera, et cetera. But with the change in federal government funding, we do not have at the present stage the finances to lift that project off the ground. So I can't tell you, I can't tell you what the time frame would be. We'd be looking like if funding were in place, we'd be looking like in an 18-month.
Thank you.
So I think that would be the case for anyone. And we're a pioneer. We think there's only one other organisation that's taken the opportunity for the land for housing donation and actually moved ahead. We think we're the only second organisation that's out there and still developing. And I should say, partly to your question as well, so I really wish I could give you an answer and can't. As soon as we have an update, we'll be very happy to share that. Yeah, so I think that Annapolis County is well served by the work that we're putting in. And then back to your question about the mission, we're very careful to say that we want to make a contribution because it is impossible for us to say we're actually going to lift an entire thing off the ground. We want to facilitate and we want to make this easier to achieve developments. So that would be kind of like where we are right now, is putting all those pieces in so that that development is possible if government funders want to come in and pony up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councillor Connell?
Yes, I was just, I know that we have other affordable housing existing in our county. On Fitch Road, it used to be a complete senior's place. And the government changed it a bit and allowed young people, single people to go into those units. It hasn't worked very well. Because I have talked to seniors in that building that have been harassed by individuals. And I find that the mixture of people that are not seniors, that want to sit out and drink and party and smoke on their picnic table and take photos of senior people and harass them. There's no, some of the seniors have complained, but there seems to be no ability for them to straighten that out. So I'm hoping that when and if a facility is built in Middleton, you'll keep that in mind. To not mix those generation of gap people. Seniors like to have safe places to live. And even in McPhee Drive there, the senior units, when the government opened it up, that they were gonna allow low-income people to move into there. The seniors that thought they had a safe place to live, all of a sudden didn't feel that comfortable. So I hear that in the community. So I just want to caution the fact is that how you set things up for how close these units are, or if they're row housing or whatever, is that just keep in mind seniors want to be safe. It's not always about the income. It's the fear of, can they go to the laundry room without having younger generation people harass them? And that's what's happening in on the Fitch Road place. So just something to keep aware of. Not all levels of ages see things the same way.
Thank you, Councillor Connell. Are you advising response or not?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, the seniors like to party at their own time and their own way. I hear that. I hear that. Are there any other comments or questions? None? Seeing none, Rachel, thank you very much for coming in. It's a pleasure having you here. And hope we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we are at the point that we will be needing a motion to go in camera under section 22(2)(e). Contract negotiations, so Councilor Faulkner, moved by Craig, seconded by Councilor. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Thank you very much.